couple good old boys recording a podcast. Good old boys.
I like so you don't have any content, do you?
Not really. Fuck. So I think we're going to do me and you hosting this week.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
well-
feel honoured.
Yeah, well, you weren't in the last one very much.
Yeah, I got absolutely shunted.
Yeah. And, yeah, I said last week. No, not last week. It was about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But the solo hosting is a bit lonely.
So I get to be like, do your little monologue
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. This is it.
Cool.
What do you want to say?
I don't know. Welcome back to the podcast. You've been a bit slack.
I wouldn't say I've been slack. I'd say our lives have just been so hectic.
Actually, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a dumb thing to say. It's not been slack at all.
There's always the
been
thought
hectic.
that we could do this on the road, but I just don't think there's ever time, really.
Yeah,
I-
mind is so packed full of like thoughts in this life of ours.
Case in point, coming up in the episode is the very first segment of Müntard, Guten Tag.
Oh, straight up. Love
The
it.
W game.
Yeah.
And that involves a recording at 6 a.m. at the airport, right next to a recording at 1 a.m. at the hotel, and both are equally as munted as each other.
Did you record them?
Yeah, I had the mic up to your face.
Did you?
Guten Tag, Guten Tag.
Oh, yeah, funny. That's right. Good segment. I think that's got strong legs on it.
It plays so weird on audio.
Does it?
Swear to
Oh,
God.
no. I mean, it's a weird sentiment, but if you get deep, it could
Yeah.
be good.
There's a good bit where I hold up the mic to Paul and go, Guten Tag, Guten Tag, 6 a.m. He says, what?
Oh, I thought I would love to hear him just go, Müntard.
Guten Tag. It was a good time for us two to catch up. We haven't talked to each other all day.
No, all day.
How you been?
I've been good. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it on air, but I'm a bit down.
Oh, man.
Bit confused.
Bit down, bit.
Yeah.
Well, put that all away, man, because we're a bunch of
We're a bunch
Good
of
old-
enthusiastic Australians. Yeah, surfy wave, music.
This is all
fun
about the real
times.
shit. We're good old boys, just bringing good vibes.
We
and
don't
good
get
energy,
sad. It's always up. Yeah.
Good energy to the body.
Yeah.
Body.
No, I'll try and bring it.
I'm sorry to hear.
No.
Well, we've got listeners. I've found out.
Do you?
Yeah, I put out the call last month for
Sick.
people to come in,
Yeah.
and we've had some lovely bits.
Wait, so did they email you on your email? Or-
Yeah, my personal emails. It hasn't been inundated, but we've had a few.
What's inundated?
Is that the right word? Yeah, like flooded with emails.
Oh, okay.
But we've got
no.
a few. I'm going to have a mailbag segment. Thank you to everyone who emailed in. I responded to the first two and then just figured I'd read them on here because can't be bothered.
It was like our Facebook messages response. At one point, we responded in 10 minutes in 100% of response times, and like everyone was like, "Oh, it's a bit sad,
a bit
isn't
sad.
it?" Yeah.
Ben from Dundee, Scotland. Just saying, I'm listening to the podcast and it's actually all right! Exclamation mark.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good. I just gave it a listen as my favourite song is My Enemy just now, and I thought I'd listen to this before even listening to an album. Ha ha ha. Brackets. On that, you's got any songs like that I like My Enemy? Kind of funky, good melody, and lots of harmonies. End bracket. Well, thought it just updated you that someone is listening. Keep it up and would love a shout out. God bless you, Ben from Dundee,
Blessings. I like the slightly not hugely enthusiastic start to the thing. It was like, it's pretty good.
How's that? He's heard one song and went straight to the potty. The most.
I mean, you must be a podcast lover straight up.
Interesting.
I like it. Oh, good to get some bloody response.
Yeah, it's super validating because I haven't got any stats on this thing. I've neglected to put it into some sort of tracking website for the feed. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Just only email communication to see who's listening.
Yeah, okay. I like it. Real authentic.
Or tentacle.
Or tentacle.
This next one's from Mira Maria. Hey boys from Parcels. This podcast is already legendary. Not a big fan of podcasts because visuals are key. But this is some good stuff. I like the burger bit a lot. Love them saliva sounds. I'm sorry, that's disgusting. Also want to say that my dad and everyone I introduce your tunes to really enjoy it. This proves that Steiner school kids are the coolest kids. Brackets, sorry, Anatole. I wonder how she worked that out.
What do you mean, sorry, Anatole? Oh, that
Not a
he didn't go
Steiner
to...
kid.
Whoa.
Even you didn't know that.
Far out, yeah.
I always thought Steiner schools was something European, but going to a Steiner school in Australia sounds way cooler than going to a Dutch one anyway. Can't wait till Lowlands, because I can finally dance to your music live. It's pretty
Wait,
cool.
so it's a girl from the Netherlands who knows that only Toto didn't go to a Steiner school.
Yeah, it's a true fan.
There you go. She must have done some digging. Proper digging.
She's got her ears open, Mira. Good on you. There's a big long one here from Isabella. Might not hear that whole
Yeah,
one,
come
but
on.
Thanks a lot, Isabella. It's a lot of nice
Isabel,
stuff.
she put in the most effort and she's getting the least response.
Well, I don't know. You can't just because you write a long email, you're not getting 5 minutes of airtime.
She's trying to milk it.
I think she starts off trying to give like a detailed review, and then she gets distracted by. Our only criticism.
Gave a detailed review. Sick.
Our only criticism is for non-native speakers, maybe in general. It's sometimes difficult to catch up with the topic as it changes rather fast, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
We should work on enunciating. I think we could just speak slower and clearer. Okay. Isabella, that's for you. Unrelated thought. I have to let you know I've low-key stalked everything you've ever produced. I just got that could be a Louis and Pat reference. Oh, and just another unrelated thought.
Whoa.
Bracket, let you know I've low-key stalked everything you've ever produced.
Let you know.
Oh, nice. Anyway, I was at a concert last night. The band was playing to about 15 people, which made me think again of how hard it must be in the beginning. Is it hard in the beginning?
What was that?
She was at a concert last night of another band playing to 15 people. So in our early days of starting music.
Yeah. Oh, a couple of shockers for sure.
What's a shocker?
I remember playing at Brisbane University show, like opening day or something.
Yeah.
And we got there. It was just the pits, no gear pretty much, and like the worst sound, and no one there, and just like the worst vibes in the middle of Brisbane.
I think it was a university, and the PA was literally like one of those tiny Marshall practice amps with a mixer.
Yeah. The bass amp I remember was one of those battery powered things. And like I think we shared a mic.
This podcast left me craving Portuguese chicken burgers, and of course, episode 4. Keep up the good work regarding podcasting and music. Thanks, Isabella.
Oh, blessings.
This warmed my heart.
Real formal. It's a good sign, man.
Yeah,
the podcast is getting some sort of recognition out there, but it makes it all worth it when the fans say those warm things.
Connects to 1 or 2 kids going to school in the bus.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got coming up in the podcast? Next up is the first ever Guten Tag segment.
Terrific. Have you explained what it all means?
I haven't. I don't want to explain it too much. Mm-hmm. Can you give a vague explanation?
The concept is, at its base, is you judge a whole day on either being a Guten Tag, which is a good day, or a munted day, like a bad day.
But you say it like Müntard.
Müntard, like in a munted way.
It kind of sounds like Guten Tag.
So often you start off with a day and then you make a judgment in the morning. You're like, is this going to be a Guten Tag or a Müntard? And then you rekindle and you regroup and then you decide what kind of day it's been.
Yeah, it's not a bad explanation.
Yeah.
What I've found about it though, it really just at the start of a day, it's a pretty bleak mindset if you're going to come out and say this is going to be a Müntard day. Like I like saying it's a Müntard day just because you want to neg on a day. But
yeah.
A lot of people just want like a positive start to the day.
No, but like the beauty of it is like you get up in the morning and you're feeling fresh, and then you go,
not feeling fresh.
Guten Tag day for sure, like feeling really great about this.
Okay.
And then
you track the progress to a Müntard
exactly.
day.
The day unravels and it turns into a shambles, and then you're sitting there at like 1 a.m. after your show and you're going like, oh, it's been Müntard. Like this has been proper fucked.
Müntard, Guten Tag. Oh, maybe that should be the intro. Müntard, Guten Tag.
That's it?
I don't know. Maybe we could do like a back and forth thing. How about I say Müntard, Guten Tag, and then you say Guten Tag, and I say Müntard. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Guten Tag,
Müntard.
Müntard, Guten Tag.
That's kind of good
gonna
anyway.
sound great, yeah, I'll put that in stereo.
Yeah.
Guten Tag. Belfort. I sort of a new game for the airport at 5 in the morning.
Oh, yeah?
Are we at the airport at 5 in the morning? Confirm it. That's not the game.
I will actually not confirm this.
It's actually 6 in the morning. No, the game's Müntard, Guten Tag. We predict early on if it's going to be a Müntard day or a Guten Tag day. And then I'll check in at the end. So what's your prediction?
I think it's going to be a Guten Tag day. I like this game.
Cannot wait to check in again. Hey, I just thought of a game we could play in the airport at 6 in the morning.
No friggin' way.
I just played it with Patrick. It's called Müntard, Guten Tag.
Müntard, Guten Tag.
We predict early on if this is going to be a Müntag day or a Guten Tag day. And then we check in at the very end of the day to see if our prediction was correct. You get 4 million points if you get it right. What's your prediction for this day? Is it Müntag or Guten Tag day?
It's a Guten Tag day. I've had 5 hours sleep, which is incredible.
So good.
Sleep at 11 o'clock. So I'm feeling good. I haven't had a coffee yet, which is good. I'm going to wait till France to have one. I've got lunch packed. I've had a banana, I've had a smoothie, and I've had water. This is going to be a fucking great
Positively beaming, man. Absolutely glowing.
This French cheese smells so strong. Yeah, dude. Guten Tag is the day.
Pat gets Guten Tag as well. High hopes for the day.
High hopes. Let's see, though. I mean, those 4 million points would be nice, but...
I'm going to play devil's advocate and suggest it's going to be a Müntag day. So now it's a competition.
Never felt so thrilled in my life.
It's called Müntag, Guten Tag. I think you heard the rules described before. You just got to pick if it's a Müntag day or a Guten Tag day.
Sorry.
Or Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
And then I have to say...
It's at this early point of the day, it's hard to pick whether it's going to be a Guten Tag or a Müntag.
Müntag is not a Guten Tag.
It's like a Müntard day. Müntard. Müntag. So Müntag or Guten Tag?
Guten Tag.
Yeah, it's okay. It's been a very positive morning for that.
Yeah.
Whoever guesses right of what the day is gets 4 billion points.
4 billion?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah, we're playing for high stakes. Yoshi, is it a Müntag or a Guten Tag?
Today,
Yeah, today.
it's Guten Tag.
It's all Guten Tag here at Parcels headquarters, KBR HQ. Hey Pat, I gotta end Guten Tag with you. It's been a long day. It's currently 1 in the morning. Exactly 1 in the morning. Has it been a Müntag? It's been a Guten Tag.
That's what she's won.
Yeah. I guess it's a joint decision in the end.
It was a Guten Tag. It was a Guten Tag. Straight up. It was munted moments, but it was a Guten Tag for me. Came through. That's my answer.
A Guten Tag coloured with munted moments.
Wait, what?
No, a Guten Tag coloured with Müntard moments.
Yeah, genau.
I've had a pretty Müntard day in the majority.
I'm feeling a little Müntard now, but it was a Guten Tag day.
You have to take it from a very an overview perspective of what it all means.
That gig was just a cherry on top of a pretty Müntard day.
If you have one Guten Tag moment in a Müntard day, it's still a Müntard day.
No, but that moment, if that moment is strong enough, as that gig was, it can lift the whole day to Guten Tag status.
Do you think it's enough?
Yeah.
Meistens sind die ja schon so eine Viertel nach oder so aufgebaut.
Good food.
Hey Paul, be the deciding factor, was it Müntag or is it Guten Tag?
I would still say Guten Tag.
You're so positive.
I'm always
You're so fucking positive. You can come across as very pessimistic, but in reality, you're the most positive guy I know.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
We got a canal side catch up. Oh, that's a good name for a segment.
That's good. Off the dome.
With Pat from a few weeks ago, so it's a little bit out of date. But we talk about overnight and we talk about the robots.
Yeah.
Can you do an audio grab for the start of that?
What kind of audio grab?
Like, just say catch up canal side catch up or something with like a good radio voice. Here's the run up. This is going to be so good.
This is the canal side catch up between Louis and Patrick as they rekindle their friendship down by the water.
Rekindle, kindle, 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 kindle.
Berliner Kindle, brought to you by Berliner Kindle.
Berliner Kindle, for our international listeners, is the beer that tradies in Berlin drink at 6 a.m. on the train on the way to work.
Amazing scenes, honestly.
All right, take it away, Patrick. How you doing?
Good.
Back here.
Back here.
The canal's cleaned up a lot since last time.
Well, there's a slight breeze, so it's not stagnant.
Yeah, significantly nicer and sunnier and cleaner.
It's a beautiful day, in fact.
Gosh darn, it's beautiful. We got our Yavers. We got our sun. We got all that has happened in the past month behind us.
Yeah.
And we have a whole lot of things happening in the future. And we're here in this little pocket of time
Yeah.
between it all.
3 days off.
3 days. Not really. We got stuff on every day.
Yeah. People canoeing by in their leisurely Berlin
Got two
canoe.
bearded hipsters and their dog.
Dog? Oh, yeah. Canoe Liebe.
That's so good. God bless Berlin. All right, Patrick, it's been a slow start.
Yeah. What's up? How's the pod? Well, you didn't do
This is it. This is the podcast as it is for now.
How was your last 2 days?
It was sleepy. I got home on Sunday night and passed out.
That was huge, huh?
Yeah. What did we just come off? I couldn't even remember. I ran into a guy at the airport who said, "Oh, you guys must be a band.
Yeah.
Where did you just play?" And I legit couldn't tell him. I was so in my own head, and I just mumbled and was like, "I've got no idea, man."
Yeah, that was another one of those ones where we were in 3 countries in the one day. We
Yeah.
woke up Barcelona, played in the hills of Switzerland, and then came back to Berlin straight up.
Wasn't that mental? We woke up at 3 a.m. in a hotel.
3 a.m. That's
Not even in
crazy.
Barcelona, in Stigas.
Somewhere out of Barcelona, yeah, on the beach.
Yeah, and then we were like hoarded into shuttles and onto planes and into more shuttles, and I just fell asleep in every single one. And then I woke up in the forests of Zurich with like the hugest stage I've ever seen right in front of me, and this humongous festival happening.
So good. How good's Switzerland though?
Yeah,
it's
it's
like a
pretty
warm
great.
embrace.
Yeah.
They're just like catering with tables and waitresses and menus and like
And little pay pass vouchers.
yeah, we ordered steaks and St. Gallen.
St.
Good
Gallen
times.
Open Air Festival. It was pouring with rain, but it didn't stop them.
Nah. And before that, Barcelona was epic. So cool.
Yeah, what was your favourite gig out of the 2 Vita Festival performances?
I was trying to think of that the other day.
We played one on the main stage just before Phoenix at 10 p.m. to a huge crowd on one of the biggest stages we've ever played on. With our
Solid.
faces up on the screens.
Oh, the screens. That was the first time we had those awful screens.
I forgot about it until afterwards, and people were like, "Yeah, we got some good close-ups on your
Oh.
fingers there, mate."
Your little double chin, looking down at that keyboard.
And then 2 days later, we played on a stage on the deck of a beach club, a few hundred people.
Yeah, totally different, but both very fun in their own right. I couldn't choose a favorite. I love the rush of playing on a big stage with huge sound and a nice crowd. It's just a crazy feeling. But somehow nothing beats those tiny little intimate gigs with 200 people and the small little PA and
Yeah, it was strong energy.
It's funky, it's low volume.
Yeah. It's funky, it's low volume. Glastonbury.
Fully. Same situation. One on a bigger stage, one on the smaller stage. In Glastonbury, no doubt, the one on the small stage was just the best. It was so much fun.
Yeah, Crow's Nest in a teepee above the festival, which held like 50 people maximum.
Yeah. Such a vibe.
So good.
We couldn't even fit on the stage. Like, I was bumping you. And I don't know.
It was so good though.
It was great.
It started to about 30 people, and then by the end there was like 100 people crammed in there, going crazy.
Yeah.
Actual Glastonbury set was a little lackluster, mainly because we lost all our gear. Well, not us, Aer Lingus. had somehow misplaced 8 bulky items, clearly marked with a multicolored P for parcels.
My God. We
That was stressful.
We cancelled our gig in Dublin because we didn't have any instruments, and then we spent the whole next night and day trying to find our gear for Glastonbury. Our tour managers just calling everybody and yelling at everybody, and chaos.
stressful.
So stressful.
Yeah.
But we just got our gear in time for the show at Glastonbury.
Meanwhile, all our faces are plastered on a massive billboard in High Street in Shoreditch.
Noah's huge nipples remain prominent.
We're all in
in Shoreditch.
sarongs and beach attire, which is pretty funny. Has that affected your life significantly?
No, the billboard hasn't had any effect, I must say.
After Parcels' first ever Parisian concert in 2016, a low-key club affair with a small fashion-obsessed crowd and expensive drinks in excess, the boys were approached by none other than the 2 robots, known together as Daft Punk. What followed was a dreamlike week of mentorship in a closed studio. The knowledge and skills that were taught and practiced in this time inspired a complete re-evaluation of all that the boys thought they understood about music and the art of recording. Appreciation for the joy of their pastime was celebrated in a safe environment free of ego and agenda. And then, on the 21st of June 2017, the culmination of this time was released as Parcels' next single, Overnight. With warm memories of their shared experience, they eagerly took to the internet to hear how the world might react to this magical and totally unexpected event. Stop trying to make this a summer hit. It's just not gonna happen. The guy's voice ruins it for me, lol.
If I wanted to listen to Give Life Back to Music, I would listen to Give
so
Life Back to
generic
Music.
to me. Really quite a forgettable song about Daft Punk's entire catalogue.
It doesn't rise to the occasion.
A bad cover version of Get Lucky. Daft Punk copying Daft Punk. Good grief. Nah, we're alright. Walk me through the day of release. It was so exciting for us.
I remember the night before we had a big dinner together. We had Italian food.
Yeah,
and we cracked
good.
some, not champagne, not Prosecco, but the other one that's
started
basically
with R, Rivolata or something.
I remember being excited that night. Oh yeah, and then it came out. It had that release scheme where it came out at 12 o'clock at midnight everywhere in the world. So essentially it followed the night around the world.
Yeah.
Overnight, if you will. So it started in New Zealand, I guess. That's the first one. And then it ended in America, coming out at 12. That was pretty cool.
That was great. I don't think anyone would have noticed or appreciated that, but it was a nice little touch from
I loved it.
whoever organised that.
Yeah.
I was so excited the night before. I was just like waiting for some mention of it online. And It'd been out for like 8 hours in Australia and there was nothing. And I was like, something's going to happen. And I was just like reading this pedestrian blog, which I read anyway for stupid satire. And then I refreshed it and it was 1 a.m. It had just come out in Germany and front page it goes, holy shit, Daft Punk just released a freaking track with some unknown Australian surfers.
Yeah, there you go.
And I was like, yes.
Yes,
there
we
it
are
is.
that.
No, it was huge. And then, then I went to sleep and woke up to like my phone just going crazy.
Yeah. Suddenly we have a lot of good friends that we used to be good friends with. And now would like to speak again.
I had to go cleaning the next morning. It was just the yoga studio, and it was interesting, just like vacuuming and brushing skid marks off toilets while my phone was just going crazy.
Yeah,
it was hard to get through it.
If only Pitchfork could see you then.
No, that's the thing.
Or that, yeah.
Oh, so surreal.
Yeah, cool.
And
it's I guess it kind of wasn't like, it's not like we just recorded it, suddenly we released it, it was like crazy, but we had that song in the works with those guys for 2 years almost, or 1 year.
A year.
A whole year, and we couldn't tell anybody. So it kind of just became normal in my head that was going to happen.
Normal
or-
/ like it might have not actually happened.
Yeah, just it was just kind of a little side thing in my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna quash some fake news on the podcast for the true fans.
Okay.
I think whatever press release got sent out, which was briefly shown at us, said it was recorded in the spring of 2017 and then quickly pushed out as the banging new hit single from Parcels and Daft Punk.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. It was the spring of 2016.
Yeah.
And it took multiple recording sessions and a whole lot of like negotiations and wondering what was going to happen with it or if it was going to happen at all. And people telling us over our shoulder that Daft Punk have recorded whole albums with people and then just like binned them due to label disputes and stuff.
Totally.
So that was crazy. That was a year of work. Really that day when I was my phone was blowing up, I was remembering the Husky Mentor session we did as a young aspiring folk band.
Yeah.
And the line that sticks with me is that one of them was like, it takes at least a year of hard work to make an overnight success.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's so relevant right now.
Totally. Brilliant.
Because you just get these things on your news feed and it's already like there's already kind of no news about it. Everyone's forgotten it, but just for that like initial surge, it took all that year of work.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Really crazy.
Such a roller coaster. And yeah, I remember at some stage those guys were like, "Oh, we're not so into this song. Like we're over it, pretty much." And we're like, "Oh, fuck, it's done." It was great to have that experience.
Lost it.
Yeah, we were stoked to have recorded with them, but we weren't expecting to release it. And then we went back to Paris and we layered on some sweet Triangle.
They were basically like, "Look, you can come in and finish it yourself if you want." Like, we're not going to put our name on it.
Yeah, good luck to yous.
Yeah.
But then they loved the triangle and the bottles and the percussion layer.
There's the lift in the chorus, wasn't it?
That's what saved it.
So funny.
I mean, we made a choice when we were releasing it that we didn't want to have their name in the actual song credits, like in the song title and stuff.
Yeah. Much to the label's despair.
Yeah. But we preferred to keep it with as our name, as our song, with them in the producing credits, and that was a choice to keep it on a lower key kind of thing rather than just having this song get exploded around the world and then having all that pressure.
Yeah, I'm so glad we did it that way. Looking back,
totally.
Like we already angered Daft Punk fans just like enough. And we're back.
Yeah, okay.
How was that? Did you enjoy that?
Oh, man. Hang on, I'm struggling. Like, this is all in your mind, and I'm struggling to, like, get my head around it a little bit.
So I'm seeing the podcast visually laid out in front of me.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing it at you.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
So Noah, how'd you enjoy the Canal Side catch up with Patrick? Did you think he had good points?
Well, the fact that I haven't heard it at this point.
Hey, Radio Magic, don't reveal that.
Well, what am I supposed to say to something that I haven't heard of?
You said, good on you, Pat. He's got a good head on him, that kid. Well done. Well done, Pat.
Okay.
You're always reliable to have good content.
Okay. I don't know. I'm feeling I'm falling here in this co-narration.
Nah, come on, keep it up. You're doing really well. It's like, like a TV show where, like one of those variety shows, the host is just there all the time, coming back to it, throwing the things, coming back. Wasn't that good?
Yeah,
Give a round of applause.
But like, if I was the host, then I would have heard what Pat had said, and then I would be like,
Often you don't, though, I think.
really?
Yeah.
But the host is just like, oh, thanks so much, Pat, for that great insight.
Yeah.
Here we go on to the next section.
Yeah, dude, you're nailing it.
Oh, right.
Killing it, brother.
Parcels is
No,
burger.
parcels are burger expert.
Perfect.
Parcels are
Louis and Patrick delve into the secret underground world of Neukölln's sushi burger fusion.
Jesus, this looks real fancy. How much does this cost?
Let's not look.
It's like so the main piece is like a rice bun, a mushy rice bun with.
I mean, it is a burger. It's more burger than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, it's a burger.
But there's no bread involved.
No, it's rice with the sushi little wrap and some stuff inside it.
So we're looking at two sticky rice patties. They've been shaped in the form of what would be bread buns in a burger.
So weird.
It's held together by two strips of seaweed. Pat's one has a salad, a rocket, a salmon, a patty of tofu, and some avocado.
And pomegranate. I love pomegranate.
And the plate is just showered with bits of pomegranate and raspberries and a slice of orange.
This is so fancy. Wow.
I don't even know how to eat this.
I think it's gonna fall apart.
Pat's grabbing the sushi burger as you would a normal burger. Good move. I reckon you should go for it. It's a burger. It's crying out to be eaten like a burger. A slice of avocado has already fallen. Here we go. He's going for the bite. It's remained surprisingly intact, although the top rice bun has split in half and some pomegranate is leaking out the top. Give us a review while I take a bite.
It's a mess. I don't think you're supposed to eat it like a normal burger.
I think we should.
It's falling apart. It's pretty tasty. It's got like a sweet teriyaki sort of sauce. Louis taking a bite. He's taking a solid bite. He's not holding back, and there's shit all over his face.
Wow, it's great. It's got all the flavors of I think it's got all the flavors of sushi with the intensity of a burger, which I personally back 100%. You're not going to feel gross after eating this burger.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad. First step, peel your bananas. The second step.
We're back.
Mid-meal update.
Mid-meal. After what seemed like a glorious first bite, it's quickly descended into something much worse.
It's not good. It's really bad. I think the whole concept is pretty flawed. Ooh.
Yeah. Nah, sushi doesn't need to be this intense, I guess.
It's just like when you make it into a burger like this, what you get is just a big mush, just a huge lump of mush.
Yeah.
With a slight like wasabi flavor.
I think what I'm realizing now is one of the best things about sushi is the tight little package of it and how you eat it mouthful by mouthful.
Yeah,
this is something much worse. And the awful discovery was this sort of patty tofu thing in the middle, which is bright red and essentially flavorless.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to give this a 2.
We'll give it a 2 just because you gave the other one such a high rating.
What would it have got? A 0?
I guess so. There's no ingenuity here.
The pomegranate is
I
really
love
lifting it for me. I usually can't get on board with fruit and savoury things. I know you love that.
I'm so on board with anything
You're
like
Mr.
that.
Pineapple on pizza
Oh, yeah.
king.
Any fruit with any other food is usually a good thing.
So what are you giving it?
For the pomegranate, I give it a 1.
Really?
No.
You're a harsh marker.
Maybe a 1.5.
Alright.
Well, I hope we're not making any enemies with this sort of review.
Yeah, I don't know. The waiter didn't seem to... There was no flicker of recognition in the waiter, so he's the only one who knows.
Yeah.
So, I think it's good.
Cool.
Nuit Secret Festival. This is a good time. For God's sake, Toto, please tell me, is it a Müntard or a Guten Tag? You've just told me to shut up.
Müntard from the start. I was looking at the Master Tour app on the schedule, and it's literally like wake up at 5, play at 9:30 at night. So Müntard for sure.
From now on, it's definitely a Müntard. I'm absolutely recorded.
Not high hopes for the gig then.
No, the gig will be great, but I know I'll just like collapse in a pile after the show for sure.
I'm feeling pretty Guten Tag at this point, but it's early days. I think you can't make a call at this point.
I'm with Noah. It started off as a Guten Tag in my eyes, although we've just paid $4.50 for a cup of water. Stupid.
And almost fell off.
Oh, it just fell off my suitcase.
I'm sensing Müntard vibes for sure.
Also, we got Paul as tour manager, so it's going to be Müntard for sure. Even by the end of the plane trip, it's going to be Müntard.
Paul is killing it. What are you talking about?
Paul, for God's sake, tell me, is it going to be a Müntard or a Guten Tag? Guten Tag. Every time. It's time, everyone. We're going to call it. It's 5 minutes past midnight. Has it been a Müntard or has it been a Guten Tag?
Oh, I don't know. The gig was pretty good.
The gig was a Guten Tag. I've had so many Müntard moments today. I'm firmly in the Müntard.
Really? I'm straight in the Guten Tag. This could have been so much worse.
We got it wrong. I reckon it's a Guten Tag.
I predicted Guten Tag from the start, by the way, so I'm feeling good about it.
Oh, you feel like you're gonna get this 4 million points?
I'm gonna get the 1 million points, yeah.
It's 4 million.
I said Müntard at the start. I have to abandon my first thoughts because it's been a pretty Guten Tag.
It's been easy. There you go. It's been too easy.
No points for me.
No points for me either.
Well, you just wanted to be munted.
I've had probably one of the more Müntard days I've ever had. Yes. Up until like the gig and 5 minutes after, I've had such Müntard moments. The gig was good. I guess we're not tripling ourselves. Oh, so it's a Guten Tag, is that it?
Yeah, it's a Guten
Oh, I love a Müntard.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty more.
Alright. Oh, 4's well in the making. You wait.
4, dude.
This is in 4. And we're back.
And what a great segment that was. No idea what it was, but really was feeling it.
Hey, keep the magic alive.
And Jeff, what are you doing over there? I feel the banana. Beauty, mate.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Good on you for making it this far. We love your email feedback on this. So once again, my personal email, louis.swain@gmail.com. Summer's nearly over. Yes, I've noticed that a large portion of the podcast is just us complaining about touring so hard, which is ridiculous because, of course, it's our favourite thing in the world. We're supporting Phoenix all over Europe during September. And by the time our November tours come around, we'll be rearing to play some headline shows for you all. It's going to be fun.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad.